Naruto 600 predictions. Don't be shocked. If the first thing that you see in 600, they're going to Sasuke and Orochimaru. Remember, they said they were going to go to those that know everything, right? Well, it seems that this has been built up all the way, so don't freak out when they switch, okay? Because it looks like we're going to get answers, but that's where we're going to get the answers from. That's my prediction. That either we won't go to Naruto at all, or that it'll just be a short transition over to Sasuke and Orochimaru. That's what I believe is going to happen. I also believe since they're going to interact, it's not going to be flashbacks, or primarily flashbacks. It'll be dialogue, and that way we'll be able to find a lot more, a lot faster. That's what I'm hoping. That's another prediction. Something that, as I've looked at comments by other people, other reviewers and everything, it seems that now the majority of people are mentioning multiple masked men, or people, women possibly. Because one, well, you know, Toby, I'm not going to go through the whole wide, but which a lot of people have. So multiple masked people, and Zetsu definitely. Zetsu's pretty powerful, actually, just from the things that we've seen, the stuff he's been able to do with Kishime. I mean, his ability not just to make clones, but to do them with the same chakra signature and everything, that to fool other people, to really make them believe that they're seeing. So that those two things combined, that's also my prediction, is what's going to, which most people are already mentioning, is going to be how that this is going to work. So what does that mean? It means some people there's a few people who have said that a lot of the Uchiha didn't die in the massacre, which is an interesting suggestion, that there's still a bunch of Uchiha possibly running around. But so those are my predictions. It was interesting, as somebody said, that actually the Obito on Twitter hit like number 5 or higher worldwide. It was that's pretty amazing. But once again, I want to make sure, don't freak out when we go to Sasuke and Orochimaru and 600. We don't need a second Wednesday in a row of Naruto fans worldwide running into the streets with their hair on fire, freaking out. So let's not do that. Let's try to. That was one heck of a Wednesday, though. I have to say, it was pretty amazing. All right, now that's gonna be the end of the predictions part of it. I'm gonna go to a mini review of the comments. The comments from 599 Kishi One Shots fans. That's the video that I made. I'm gonna hit a few of the comments from there. I'm not gonna do as many comments as I have been doing so far. I'm just going to hit a few. Another thing I'm going to do on this video is starting to use annotations, boxing some stuff in here. What I'm going to try to do, and I'm going to get a little feedback if this is annoying to everybody, is put previous videos here in a box that you'll have to put your mouse over. It'll light up, and it'll actually click into another window so that you can watch a previous video if you want to. And then I'll try to come back when I make a new video, okay, and put it on the right hand side. That's my idea. That's what I'm going to try. So far, if I can get some feedback from that would be pretty good. I didn't mention it in my last video, but I bought a mic stand for my blue Snowball, which is actually a black Snowball, the one that I got, and it's on a mic stand, and it's up here, and I wanted to go ahead and get a little bit of feedback, if I could, in your comments, if you've noticed any difference. I used it the same way, the same setup last time and this time, and it sounded pretty good to me, actually. But if it's acceptable, or even if it's just the same as previous videos that I made, I really appreciate the feedback. Okay, let me go ahead and hit a few questions, or actually comments from the 599 video right here. Okay, let's see right here. We get one before that one. Okay, here we go. Mr. Nepra. I really loved this comment. Obito obviously did exactly what Kakashi did. Kakashi took Obito's values and started using them in his life. Obito seems to have done the same, taking the values Kakashi had as a kid. He's the harsher one now. I love that. The switch, that is just really observant. That is really good. Where the mission is more important than your comrades. In the beginning, when Toby was introduced, he had a scarf just like Kakashi had in one panel in 599. He also wears a mask just like Kakashi did since he was a kid. And I think all these things symbolize the fact that they switched values. That's awesome. Now, if that's the way it plays out, fine, but it is there. I mean, that's an awesome observation, Mr. Nepra. That was awesome. I loved that. Moving on. This is what I'm saying. The comments are really, get some really good comments. Okay. And I'm going to mangle names as usual. Anyway, Puckanm. I think Zetsu found Obito's body. I've always thought this. I'm sure he absorbed him into himself somehow and then spit off sort of to show the white Zetsu is now. But since Obito was so strong, he was able to become a new body complete. Well, there was... I'm not sure about the last part of it, but the whole idea of Zetsu finding Obito and then, other Uchiha, makes quite a bit of sense. And someone even said that they think it's possible that most of Uchiha are actually still alive. They've been absorbed or they've been used, and that there's, going back to the multiple masked people, which would kind of make sense. So at least a portion of them may still be alive. It's going to get pretty crazy. I mean, Azuna could, all the predictions of who it could be. Maybe it's most of them. Maybe Azuna is one of the masked men. The whole thing going back. I don't want to cover too much of this, especially since in 599, we really covered a lot. Is that the differences in personality, the differences, the way that the Zetsu interacted with Funny Toby and then Madara Toby, and there's a lot of differences there, but hopefully we'll go ahead and get some answers fairly soon, which is also something else that came in here. Alright, I'm going to do one more. It's a little bit longer. Nexus Legend 9. We'll have a few points to highlight. Number 1, Obito admitted that his right side was completely crushed when the rocks fell on him. Number 2, Edo Tensei Madara somehow knew Nagato, even though Nagato was way after his alleged death at the Valley of the End. Number 3, after watching a couple of anime episodes again, I see that Zetsu is quite antagonizing and bossy toward cheerful Toby, even when they are alone. We know Zetsu can split in two and each have separate personalities. Good points, good points. Number 5, Toby's skill in teleporting does not seem to be something Kamui does. It seems more similar to Zetsu's teleportation technique. Could it be some sort of fusion? Interesting point. Now that's another thing, is when Zetsu kind of partially, the whole thing, let's just stick with this really quick. The whole thing, white Zetsu can split in half. Okay, we know this. And it seems that there's black Zetsu can split in half. We've only seen half a Zetsu, right? I guess it would be the right side of Dark Zetsu that we see. We've never seen the other half of Dark Zetsu. I don't believe it says, unless somebody wants to correct me. So, where are they? And then when they separate from each other, when they fuse to other people or partially fuse, I mean, we've already seen that this latest version, supposedly, Mask Man, when the bridge with Danzo, when he pulled his arms out, and it was a Zetsu-like kind of arm. He's just like, oh, I got bugs that are going to eat my arm or eat my whole body. I'll just yank the arm off, and he was just like nothing to him. So we already know they're part of that. Also, another quick thing about the Zetsu thing. Are those scars on quote-unquote Obito's side, or is that something that happened when Zetsu reformed the body? You know how the Zetsus, when they split, they look kind of wavy or odd on that side. So I don't know. Lots of questions. So That was Nexus Legend 9. So, a lot of good questions, or comments, excuse me, lots of good comments in here. And there's a lot more good comments, but I'm just going to go ahead and make this a shorter video and hit those. I really do appreciate all my subscribers. If you could give this video a thumbs up, I really would appreciate it. That'd be nice. Once again, please don't freak out if we go to Sasuke and Orochimaru, because a lot of people have already pretty much stated if we go to Sasuke and Orochimaru, then we're just gonna, you know, once again, there's going to be people, Naruto fans around the world, running through the streets with their hair on fire, screaming. So we don't want to have that. Let's see this play out. Look, if and we don't know. We simply don't know. We don't know the whole thing with the last thing on 599. We have something that looks like, it says it's Obito. We don't know if it's mind, is spirit, what have you. So let's go ahead and let's go ahead and watch this. Let's go ahead and watch this play out. However, has been mentioned, this looks like it's going to take unless Kishi can do a really good job with the dialogue, which is what I'm hoping is going to happen with the ones that know, that we can start getting some information at a relatively quick pace, as far, you know, once again, as opposed to, you know, the flashbacks. All right, this is going to be the end right here. Okay, appreciate a thumbs up. If you're new, you can always subscribe. You can unsubscribe. You can do anything you want to. Until next time, take care.